Hello, and you see the title of the video? It's called Sadness. Simply going to talk about it and how, affects me, you, maybe anyone else. I try to be relatable as much as I can and deal with stuff like this. It's really hard to do. You gotta get deep about yourself or other people or just think. And I'm thinking, like, oh, sadness is something that we all feel. How can I relate to everyone? Because that's something that we all do. But, like, what makes me sad is the fact that now, growing up, it just sucks. Everything is just not so magical, you saw everything as a kid as colorful and easy. Nothing really hard going on in life. You just do your thing. You played your games, and maybe I occasionally yelled that I got grounded and did tons of chores. You went to school. You thought your life was miserable at some points. Like, oh, I had to go to school. And then you get out of school. Then you go to work. And I'd rather be at school than work. And then you got people that get out of school to go to work, to go to more school, to get more work. And it's just a cycle. It feels like a cycle. You get sad and depressed about it. And it's that one loop that keeps us sad. I feel like the older we get, the more life is gonna drain you, of course. But like life hits hard. It hits very hard sometimes. You don't even know it. You don't even know it sometimes. That's the point. That sadness is not just emotion. It's a frat train of emotions. A lot of stuff has to build to even be sad. You don't just get sad all of a sudden. Besides when you drop food, we all agree. You make something, you drop it, it's over. Your life is ending right there. Just now, how do I talk about this? Because I'm a little stuffy right now because I just woke up not too long ago. And what's making me sad right now is not to be able to do this all the time. I like talking, I like ranting and doing all that crap, and just the only thing I don't like is the editing. I want to give you more. I want to have more 3D or animation, but I can't animate. I can only draw, and my thumbnails are AI. You're like, oh, why are they AI? Because it's expensive to draw or expensive to hire someone, I meant. It's expensive to hire someone. And I already have an AI that I'm like, I can make title cards out of this. A lot of people be like, that's lazy. And that makes people upset that it's just AI because I don't know. I don't like to draw. I don't want to hire people. But what makes me sad and get off topic yet again is the fact I can't give. And I feel like that's a lot of us. A lot of us agree that we get sad when we can't give to someone. Giving is such a great thing, but then when you can't, you know you should, but you just can't. Like you go to a family, like Christmas is coming up soon, and you want to give someone something, but you don't know what they want, and they don't give you anything because they don't know what you want. It's a little sad. You want to give someone something, emotion, objects, time, anything. You wanna give someone something, and you sometimes just can't. Oh, excuse me. But when we get to, like, more things more deep than that, what makes me sad is the fact that you can't spend time with people, family. We take a lot of things for granted. You take moments with a family member, moments with these people, friends, just for granted. You just go day by day, you just live it, just keep living your life. But then you get to the days where it's the end for them or they're already gone. You don't know when it's happening. It could happen any single moment, doesn't matter. It's just sudden. That's just gonna happen. And you're just like, whoa, I took all these things. And that makes me sad because I've had that moment. Family members gone because, age. I lost friends suddenly, car crash, gone. I lost friends to anything. They're just gone. And what can you do? What can you do? Absolutely nothing. You can regret, you could be sad. That is normal. Be sad. Cry. You have to cry. You have to be sad because what are you gonna do? You can't always be happy. And a lot of people say you should be happy all the time. I always try to think it's like, yeah, but you need to be sad because there's I don't know how to explain. I get the whole thing where people are like, you gotta see the best in life. You gotta always be happy and look optimistically. I'm pessimistic. I can be optimistic and like see the good things, but you gotta be pessimistic about things. Sometimes you can't always make everything perfect. I'm just saying. Well, now getting like that stuff is already like on my little home turf of yeah, it sucks. I don't know what to say. I'm not inspirational. And there's always the people that try to inspire to do great, do this, do that, have a great time. But then you can't forget about the bad times. You just can't. You have to keep remembering. And I'm not saying like dwell. Don't dwell on it. Don't be like, oh, that one moment of my life has affected me so much. No, don't dwell. Just remember. Don't just forget. Don't forget. Don't let you forget about something that's really important to you. Now, this is the point where I get to the part where I'm like, "Ah, I don't know what to talk about now. What else makes me sad? What else makes you sad?" You got moments, you got time. Now I'm trying to think. It's really hard to think when you're just standing here in the living room, walking in circles. That's what I'm doing right now. But sadness. What makes me sad or you sad? That's what I'm gonna ask you. As a person who's watching this and listening, or either in Spotify or YouTube, my biggest ones, comment, leave it. I wanna read it, I wanna know. What makes you sad? I wanna know. I'm gonna read it and see if I agree, because I've had moments where you just as a kid, let's go like I usually do, basic stuff as a child, because a lot of stuff we can relate on that. I'm 19, so if you're older than me, some things I can't relate about. But things I miss and things I'm sad about that made me sad was like when you lost a toy. No, no, no. Sorry. I'm gonna stop with that crap, because I know that's probably get annoying. But I'm gonna say what made me sad was friends gone. Like, from like elementary to middle school. That switch, I don't know what happened to a lot of my friends, but it's just went from middle school. You're just like, what? These kids from elementary, I spent from second grade to fifth grade, friends throughout. As soon as sixth grade hit, it was like, they're not there anymore. What happened? And that just stuck with me for a bit. And then my friends in middle school did not carry to high school. Only one, only one of my friends ever did. And after high school, I have no one besides one person, actually. He's probably watching this right now. Hi, Will. But it's just, you got those like the transitions of life. You forget. You're gonna forget. You're gonna be like, oh, that's just what I don't really care. Like that just happens. No, no, no. You're gonna forget that even through adulthood, even right now, I know as my parents have grown up, as my grandparents have grown up, you don't keep everyone in your life all the time. Doesn't matter how long you've known them for. Something moving, new family, they're dating someone, they could just go away. And you're like, that's not a real friend. They are real friends, but you gotta remember there's things in life that just change you. Doesn't even matter if like, oh, this person's really controlling. No, no, no. You gotta think of the broad picture sometimes and be like, oh, there's things going on in their lives. They need to get away from people. And there's like friends that leave not to like get away from you, but just need time alone, time with whoever, other friends themselves. You gotta be able to build yourself up once in a while. That's just a needed. That's just a thing we all do. But then we just hard to talk about right now. This is a really hard one because it's happened to me a lot where people leave to self-build themselves, and that just happens once in a while. Happened to me recently, where someone leaves to build himself up, but sadly, just it just happens. Just that's just one thing that hurts. Even if it wasn't true, even if it wasn't, you gotta believe. Sometimes you gotta give yourself that fakeness sometimes. You gotta be delusional, where people say delulu is the word. Yeah, that kinda sucks. Just think about that makes me in a bad mood. I don't know if it does for you too, but it's just that one thing, it's like, sometimes you gotta be delusional just to just mask the hate or pain or sadness or anger. Because it's like, if I knew what was actually happening, I wouldn't wanna know. You don't wanna know everything. That's another thing that gets me mad or sad. It's just you don't wanna know everything sometimes, because knowing the answers is great. You don't wanna be sugarcoated everything, but sometimes it's okay to put a grain of salt or, like, a little sprinkle of sugar on things and just go, "Well, we don't know," or just say, I don't know, maybe they could. I just no one really knows." That's the one thing we need sometimes is to be lied to, and not in a good way. They don't lie to people. Don't always lie to people. Just try to make it sound nice. Don't always give in to the bad like I do. I am really, really, blunt with how I talk and be like, "Yeah, maybe they are cheating on you. Maybe they're doing this on you. Maybe they said this." Sometimes I do that, and I feel bad. Now, I just like, "Yeah, you don't know. You gotta ask them or really know." Just it's just hard to be able to take everything at once. That's one thing that could just drown you, honestly, is, like, getting only the truth, only what people are saying. Even if it's true, it's gonna hurt. Even if it's a lie, it's gonna hurt. Even doesn't matter, it's gonna hurt. So I'd rather be told the truth, but please, don't be like, if someone dies or someone you know is dead and someone's like, "Yeah, well, that's gonna happen." It's like, "Yeah, but you should be able like, I'm sorry. Yeah, life is cruel." You gotta say something. Don't be just blunt, please. That's just I don't know. That's my little rant today, I just got up and this is a little boring one, but hope you enjoy. I got another one probably right after this really soon, so, um, what's my outro again? Oh, yeah, and, toodaloo.